But as long as I know, boy, time will show. Our love will grow. And I know love will be right here. Be right here. Right here. Be right here. No fear. Have no fear. No tears. Love is here.
got me wide open, waiting all day and I'm hoping. So baby, don't run, backseat Jeep, you know what I want. Say what, say what, say what, you know that I like it, baby. Girl, you know what's up, and you know what I need. Say what, say what, say what, you know that I'm about it, baby. Girl, you know what's up. Oh, big baby, yeah. You know what's up. Yeah, I know what's up. Said I'm big on you and on you.
Say what, say what, say what. So baby, tell me what's up. Can we ascend to higher heights and when the path gets rough, we can give into brighter nights, breathe with peace. Found by leaps and soul to reap our souls to keep the passions deep and filled with heat. Living this life on the hustle, I barely get enough time. You know me from the platinum, how I stack 'em and shine. You see a lot of contenders, they try to end up in my world. A reputation known as the untouchable girl. I'm moving on and now I'm trying to make a change in my ways. Be the best that I can be to last me all of my days. Now we can blaze pathways or just take our time. Better holler if you hear me, cause left eye gon' shine. My eyes don't lie, see how they glisten when you pass me by. You and I don't need permission to be unified. Surely I done seen and heard of many places. Then I traveled around the world. See many faces. Don't let another one get near me if you.
I'm rising like the sun, breaking free from the chains. I've been through the fire, I've gone through the rain. Sometimes I felt like giving up, but I held on tight. I can stand here and tell you that my life is worth the fight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've been wearing masks, trying to fit the mold. Society's expectations weighing heavy as gold. But I woke up, shook the dust off my shoulder. I held my head up high and I straightened my crown. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm worthy of my crown, got the power in my hands. I am worthy of my throne, ain't nobody gonna take my stand. I shine so bright, like the morning sun. I'm worthy of my crown, won't let nobody tell me I'm not enough. No.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of I Am Worthy of My Crown. Tonight, how do you deal with family hurt? They tried to shrink our shine, told us to sit quiet and behave. But queens don't fold under pressure, y'all. We rise and build and pave. They said humility meant silence, that royalty should stay small. But tonight, we reclaim the throne, the room, and answer the calls. You are worthy when you win, and you are worthy when you fall, because a crown ain't about perfection, it's about standing tall. Welcome once again to I Am Worthy of My Crown, where healing is holy and growth is grown. And none of this happens without vision. And that vision is Miss Lisa Renee. Lisa, the platform belongs to you. Tell the folks about your mission and your vision.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So glad that you all have joined us tonight. I am honored to have my beautiful ladies sharing the platform with me on tonight. It is truly a blessing. This is definitely our second episode of I Am Worthy of My Crown. This podcast is truly about healing. Everything that we go through as women, and the podcast is geared towards women. The goal is to heal. We all know that we have to hurt. We all know that we go through all type of hurt as women. But as we hurt and go through the process, we are looking to heal through the process. So it's about healing, nurturing, motivating, fellowship, and true sisterhood. So we welcome you to I Am Worthy of My Crown podcast. Welcome. And again, thanks for joining us.
In lieu of everything we got going on, y'all, we are honored that you have your cast. So, can you introduce the people on your show tonight, Miss Queen?
I sure can. So, on my show, we'll start with the one and only Dr. Tika. Dr. Tika,
What's up, y'all? I bring you greetings. I'm the CEO of Primetime Media 850 out of Quincy, Florida. Worthy of my crown.
all right. Then we have Carol Thompson.
Good afternoon. My name is Carol Tunsil. I am from Lake City, Florida, and I am worthy of my crown.
All right. We have Robin Huff.
Hello, this is Robin. I am living in Central Florida, and I am just glad that you join us tonight.
All right. We have Cherie Hicks. Is Cherie not on?
She's not here.
Okay.
She's not here.
Okay. Well, Cherie is not on. I don't know what has happened. We was on earlier. But you know, with everything else, we do have some technical difficulties going on. So y'all bear with us. And really just get ready to enjoy this wonderful show. Tika, go ahead and do what you do. Okay, I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Unmute.
And you're
There we
Okay,
muted,
go.
Lisa?
we're
Okay,
back.
there.
And we're
Okay,
back
There we
now
just
go.
we
like
hear you.
that. Once again, what I need for you to do is to like, follow, and share. It doesn't cost you a thing to share this information. You never know who you might help out. So, once again, we're going to jump on in, ladies. Tonight's topic: how do you feel? Correction, how do you deal with family hurt? My first question I'm going to throw out there to the ladies: why does family hurt feel deeper than any other wound? Don't matter who takes the platform.
Oh,
I think with
I'll take
family,
it.
go ahead.
So the reason family hurt feels deeper than any other hurt is because that's your family, your bloodline, your legacy, your lineage. And when it comes from those people that are supposed to be there for you and supposed to not cause the pain, when they cause the pain, it cuts a little deeper.
Miss Robin?
I agree. I mean, the people in your family are the ones that you should be able to rely on, the ones that you're there for them, so you think that they're going to be there for you, and sometimes it doesn't always work that way.
Absolutely. And I'll wrap up what both of them said, because expectation magnifies impact, but pain doesn't define your position. And a lot of times, that inner pain, that bloodline pain, hurts worse than anything that you can deal with. Queen, we're talking about why does family hurt feel deeper than any other wound? We lost again. Well, you know what? It's the devil trying to be busy, but we gonna move on. My next question is, how do you protect your peace when family refuse accountability?
Well, I think you have to bring it to God first and foremost, because without Him, I mean, how do we deal with trauma and hurt? But I think you have to forgive, regardless of how accountable they hold themselves, um, or anything like that. You have to be able to forgive and move on and not let it wear you down and weigh you down.
I see Carol's thinking.
I would just say, to protect your peace, you don't allow them to bring that hurt back. If you sincerely forgave them of that situation, um, move from it. Don't allow them to dump that back on you. Let it go. Move on.
Yeah. Set boundaries.
Yes, because peace is passive in my perspective. It is intentional, and you got to have peace. You can forgive, but you may not always forget. So, those kind of things, you got to learn to forgive and move on and not hold grudges. Have those sidebar conversation, those much needed, trusted conversation. Because believe it or not, people can hurt your feelings and don't realize that they've actually hurt your feelings because no one has ever corrected them with what was going on. Lisa, you're back, or she's gone again. She might have to get that iPad. Can you, Lisa? Can you hear us?
Okay, I can now.
Okay, we were on the second question. The question is, how do you protect your peace when family refuses accountability? We lost her again. Boy, that devil know it's working. Mhm. So when you think about family hurt and you have these sidebar conversations or direct conversation, not necessarily sidebar, is the forgiveness for them or is it for you?
It's
I
definitely
think
for you, because they may. It's definitely for you. They may not do anything with it. They may not even care. So to protect yourself, your feelings, set your boundaries for yourself. It's for you. It's for you. When you see God in the end, He's not gonna ask about her or whoever. It's about you. So yeah, definitely for you.
I agree.
You agree with it?
Yep, absolutely.
I agree with you too, because you know that forgiveness releases pressure from your inner spirit, from your soul. So once you forgive and forget, I mean, it's like a burden lifted off your shoulders. It's a lot of people that carry baggage for years, never express themselves, been hurt with family, and no one ever brings the conversation up. No one to hurt. It's like I can recall someone saying it's like a cycle. It repeats the cycle every generation. That generational curses may be the language that some people use. How do you all feel about the generational curse? Can it be broken? And
Absolutely.
how do you do
Yeah.
it?
First prayer. Prayer, and
Mhm.
be determined to be that change. Be determined to break those cycles and those ties that are over your family life. Like, I'll say like alcoholism. You have to be the one that wanna make that change and do better, because if not, it'll consume you as well.
Robin, you have any viewpoint on that one?
I think you just have to be aware, because if you're aware of the situation and what's been going on in past generations, you know you don't want to continue that. So you have to be intentional and just not fall into the same boat as the rest of them.
Absolutely. And awareness breaks those inherited chains. You got to be aware of the situation. You got to acknowledge the situation. For example, if a child comes to you and say, such and such touch me, your reaction has to be fluid for that particular child. So you got to be aware. You can't hide it. Speak to the child, counsel the child, have an open ear to listen. One thing about it, counseling is an open ear. You got to be able to allow the person to express him or herself and have an open ear. My next question is, when is distance necessary for healing?
Distance is always necessary, especially if that other party doesn't want to move forward in a peaceful manner, and if they want to continue the cycle of being, I mean, they hurt you, but they still mad. So you have to set those boundaries. Boundaries are important. You have to set those boundaries for yourself, for your own peace. So it's okay for separation. It's okay to back away. Not saying that that back away may not be forever, but that back away may be necessary and needed for that other person, just to see how valuable you were to them. So I
Absolutely.
definitely believe in separation.
Absolutely. I gotta agree with you on that one, Kara, because space is sometimes needed. Sometimes it means you may have to sleep on a chair just to have a peace of mind or to get yourself together. Sometimes you may need to go shopping to walk around just to gather your thoughts to calm yourself down. Because the last thing you want to do is get into an altercation or domestic violence situation or anything that can add fuel to the fire instead of decreasing it. So space is really needed. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Robin, you have any input on that one?
Yep. I think healthy boundaries are biblical wisdom, not rejection. You can love someone and still limit certain conversations, protect your space, create emotional distance if needed. Boundaries guard your heart while giving relationships space to heal. I think that space will allow healing.
Okay, wonderful. Well, at this time, we're going to pause for the calls and do a crown break. Jay, do we have the video of the young man performing his dance to Queen's song? Okay, sounds good. Well, y'all, with that saying, as we're setting up the video, Queen owns the rights to the videos, and so does the platform. But there's an artist by the name of Jimmy Soul Child Hankerson. I hope I got his name right. That does a creative mind dance to Queen's song, I Am Worthy of My Crown. Such a beautiful rendition. I'm rising like the sun, breaking free from the chain. I've been through the fire, I've gone through the rain. Sometimes I felt like giving up, but I held on tight. I can stand here and tell you that my life is worth the fight. Mm-hmm. I've been wearing masks, trying to fit the mold.
shine so bright like the morning sun. I'm worthy of my crown. Won't let nobody tell me I'm not enough. No, I am worthy. I am loved. I am enough. I'm sent from above. I am worthy. I am loved. I am enough. I'm sent from above. Self-love is my armor. I'm wearing it well. Embracing my beauty and my stories they tell. I'm a queen of a goddess. I'm a work of art. Got the power in my hand, the power to heal my heart, and I'm wearing my crown. I am worthy of the crown. Got the power in my hands. I am worthy of the crown. Ain't nobody gonna take my stand. I shine so bright like the morning sun. I am worthy of my crown. Won't let nobody tell me I'm not enough. No, thank you, Jesus. I'm worthy. I'm loved. I'm enough, Jesus. Thank God I'm worthy of my crown.
Welcome back once again to I Am Worthy of My Crown. We have one more guest we need to add that done snuck in the back door. Cherie, pop on in, girl. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How's it going, girl? Glad you can
It's
join us
going
tonight.
awesome.
We are working on the second half, y'all. The topic, once again, is how to deal with family hurt. My next question to the panel: how do we stop normalizing toxic behavior just because it's family? And either one could pop in.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Set boundaries. We need to set boundaries with everyone. No one should just have you carte blanche. You should set boundaries. So we teach people how to treat us. So you have to tell them the things that they can and cannot do where you are concerned. If it's a toxic behavior, do not reward that behavior with anything other than walking away. And that's how I do it. Can you
Very
guys
well
hear me?
said. Yes, Dr. Tika froze.
Okay, so I agree with that as well. Oh, she is frozen or something. I agree with that as well. And I think this whole thing about the family hurt, you have to set boundaries. That's the only way really that you're gonna move forward is by setting boundaries. You can't allow people to continue to do certain things to you.
Mm-mm.
And setting boundaries will stop that.
Absolutely.
and sticking to it. You have to be committed to sticking to it. Once you set your boundary, you have to, you know, keep it, let don't like, back down or, back out of it. It's kind of like I hate to say it like this. This has nothing to do with family, but it's kind of like when you train a puppy, that you can't let them get away with anything during the training period. So when you are setting boundaries with your family, you have to make sure that they understand that if you do this, this is going to be the results of that. You're not going to have access to me. Only people who
Absolutely.
appreciate me have access to me.
Absolutely. 100% agree. There
There
she
you go,
go.
Dr. King.
There she is.
Well, we're going to
Hey,
Trying to
rebuke
be.
him.
we gonna rebuke them in the name of Jesus. Yes, Lord. Once again, the question is, how do you stop normalizing toxic behavior just because it's family?
Okay, so the answer that we gave is, well, the answer that I gave is that I set boundaries. I set boundaries and then I commit to those boundaries. If I don't reward toxic behavior with anything good, when they are toxic, I walk away. I don't stay in the environment. When things don't add up, subtract yourself from the equation. So you just get up and you just leave, and they'll stop doing it because they don't want you to just leave. So, if it's something that upsets you, if it's something that makes your stomach hurt, just keep in mind you don't have to sit there and take it. You could get up and you could walk out. Or if you want to face it, then you address it. But if it becomes belligerent, then no, you take your loss
Absolutely.
and you go because you understand that they're not trying to hear what you're trying to say.
Okay, okay. Kara, want to pop on in?
I think we all answered while you were out. But
Yep.
my thing
Okay.
was my thing was the same. Is just set your boundaries. I think that's when it deals with family hurt, setting boundaries is like a must. You have to do that. And it's sometimes, when you're first getting into stuff like that, especially, if you're not maybe older or been through some things with your family. Um, it may be hard to set those boundaries, but you have to, like she said, you have to stick to it. You have to make
Mhm.
those goals, set those boundaries, and stick to it. You can't allow sob stories to allow those people that hurt you to ease their way back in, because they'll try that. Oh, I went through this. Okay, we all go through things, but you're not going to do this again. So don't allow that avenue to come back, no matter who they are.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, my next question to the panel is, what role does faith play in navigating betrayal?
Faith is the key that unlocks every door to our lives. If we don't have faith, it's kind of impossible to do certain things. Um, Faith is just this. When we sit in it, we get ready to sit in a chair. We don't look around and do all these things. We sit in a chair because we have faith that that chair is going to hold us. We don't do all that extra stuff. Same thing with God. God, I trust you that you're going to do this, and I'm going to have faith, and I'm going to leave.
I agree. Well,
This
the
is
devil.
unbelievable.
Okay,
Devil.
so I agree to what she was saying. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he's a reward of them who diligently seek him. So if this is something that you really, really want to do, and you go in it, with an open mind, the situation can be resolved through faith. Um, You just got to believe that, it eventually it's going to change. Now, if it don't change, then you walk away again. Like I say, walk away. You walk away until they get the picture. You got to keep doing the same thing. And you were out when I said it. It's kind of like training. I hate to, use the analogy with the puppy, but when you first get a puppy, they don't know the
Mhm.
language. You know what I'm saying? So everything is sit, stand. You give them their treat, and they go on about their business. That's how you have to do. The same way you do that, you do people. It's the same exact thing. I noticed that they are obedient when they know they can't get away with it. Once they realize I could do this and get away with it, oh, they're gonna keep coming at you.
I
One of the
think
things.
too.
Let me say this. One of the things that I don't allow people to do is speak negative in my space
Right.
toward me. One of the examples would be that's just blah 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 blah. I say, well, what I would like for you to do is not put the word just in front of my name in front of nothing, because anything I do is not just anything. It is special. It is extraordinary. It is something that is going to change people's lives. I'm not here just doing anything. So don't put me in the group with the ordinary folks, because I'm not in that group over there. I'm over here. And so I stop them from talking, like I say, and if you can't respect that, don't come in my face. And I just say it.
Gotcha.
I know it sounds hard, but it is what it is.
Miss Robin.
I think you can honor God, protect your heart, and still hold space for healing. I think faith doesn't require silence about the pain, it invites God into it. So having faith and putting people aside and the hurt aside and opening up your heart to have the faith with God, then he's going to help heal you.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Because one thing I do know is that faith steadies identity when emotion shakes it up. So you got to be careful about what you do. You always have to, like they say, you got to have the faith of a mustard seed.
Absolutely.
So my next question to the panel: how do you protect your children from inherited dysfunction?
Setting the
Well,
example.
the Bible explains that. Teach a child in the way that they should go. And when they grow up, they won't part from it. So that kind of goes in with the toxic behavior. Let them know when something is not right away. Don't let it slide. It kind of goes back to the first question. Teach them right from wrong.
Lisa, we got you on here. Come on, hop on, get the word in, baby.
What's the question?
The question is, how do you protect your children from inherited dysfunction?
Whew, Lord.
That's kind of
Well,
like breaking that cycle, that generational curse.
you teach your children, you bring your children up, and you teach them differently. You instill in your children what you know to be right, what you know to be honest, what you know to be true. And you allow them to see yourself, your behavior, because the behavior that you show your children is what they're going to grow up seeing. So that
Mhm.
changes the narrative of the behavior of other family members, and the things that they have inherited. Um, that really will help the way that you conduct and live your life before your children, and the way that you bring your children up.
And I'm glad you said that because the first thing I thought about as I was coming up with questions was, in order for me to break the curse, I got to first heal myself
Right.
to get that generation wealth going. So if I don't heal me, How am I going to heal my children?
You can't. You can't. The thing in healing, and as I say it all the time, you've got to go through the hurt process. There is no way around going through
Hurt to
hurt.
heal.
You got to go through that hurt. But as we're going through the hurting process, we've got to heal from it. We've got to put ourselves in a position to say, you know what? I'm going through this now. I can't allow the negativity to enter into my spirit as I go through this. I've got to walk through this. I've got to pray. I've got to fast. I've got to get through this. And once you go through that hurt and you begin to heal from that hurt, then your light going to come on and say, you know what? Now, let me make sure that I teach my children, or I teach my sister, I teach my brother, I teach whoever, because I don't want them to go through what I've gone through. It's a true statement when I tell people you got to hurt before you can heal. Ain't no way you can heal without going through the hurt.
What happens in the case that people are in denial? That's like, I'm going to use this as an example. You have alcoholics that swear they're not alcoholics. So they in denial. So you know, as a family member, that they may need to go to AA Anonymous, but they're in denial.
Well, really, that's that's that individual. The only thing you can do is pray, because, and that's with anything. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times we are in denial. You guys may see something in me. You may believe what you see in me, and what you see in me, I don't believe it because I don't see it in me. It's what you see. Every one of you on the panel might see the same thing in me, but I may not see it in me, and I may not believe you until I see it and accept the fact that I am an alcoholic, I am a drug addict, I am a liar, I'm a cheater, or whatever the case may be. Until I come to the fact that that's truly who I am, then I'm blind to what you see. I'm
Mm-hmm.
immune to who I am, and what you see in me is what I don't see. So the only thing that you can do, you can tell me I need to go and seek help, but I don't feel like I need to seek help because I don't feel like there's a problem. And I'll
Right.
probably be the one to tell you the problem ain't me, it's you.
I can see it happening.
Yeah, it's not me. The problem is
So,
you.
so the answer to the question is you have to know that you have a problem in order for you to be helped.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't
Otherwise,
get help. That's like, no matter how much you pray, you want this person or your child to do right. Until that light bulb go off on in them that
yeah,
they need help, they're not
yeah.
gonna get it.
Mm-mm.
They gotta want to have help. You could pray them all day long, pray their way through, but until they realize they need the help, it's hard when you're dealing with a dysfunctional family.
Yes.
And imagine
Yeah.
when you got 5 or 6 dysfunctional family members, not just one. You got one that's an alcoholic. You got one that's a drug addict. You got one that just won't do right to save Jesus. You know, could you imagine being that one household with that many dysfunctional people going on, and you still got to raise your kids on top of that? Or on top of that, you're in with a domestic violence situation.
Mic check 1, 2. Am I the only one on?
You
And we're
on,
back.
you on, you made it back. So, dysfunction doesn't mean one person. It can mean different episodes within that, region, that family function.
So yeah, I can imagine it because it's in everybody's family. You
Hmm.
have to
Yep.
realize it's a drug.
Oh, Cherie done got kicked off.
some issues with alcohol, drunk driving. It's in everybody's family, and being able to identify it. um First of all, you have to know that you need that you have a problem so that you can get help. Now, if you love the person that you're trying to help, and you express to them every time they bump their head that this is what the problem is, and they can't see it, there is nothing that you can do. That's when tough love takes place. That's when you just let them start bumping their head until they get tired. If they want help, get them help. But as long as they bumping their head and they not trying to get any help, trying to seek any help, then you need to move out the way and allow God to work his, whatever it is he's gonna do.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, you can't take on their problems as your own. You have to distance yourself from it and just pray. That's all you can do.
How do you distance yourself, Robin?
Um, it's tough. It's tough, but I mean, I don't think we can do any of it without God. I mean, that is the key, is to just ask him for help, because I've had that a lot where, how do you walk away? You have to protect your peace. You have to protect your heart and your mind, because if not, you mean you're just going along with it. You might as well not complain about it anymore. You're in the same boat.
Well,
Now,
there are some people that deals with not having any confidential individuals that they can conversate with. So a
Hmm.
lot of people deal with a lot of dysfunction by themselves
Yep.
because they can't express it to people that may hold truth, or you don't hear it within 5 minutes of having that conversation. So that's part of the functional situation as well. Miss Carol, you was getting ready to say something? Oh, okay.
um, I wanted
I,
to say the
okay, I told
family,
her.
the family can go to a AA meeting or a
Hmm.
meeting, like a family member that is suffering from a dysfunctional family member can get counseling and or go to an AA meeting because they can relate to the people. They could figure out what it is about their family member that causes them to go back. And I'm gonna give you an example. I knew someone who smoked weed, and so they went to a AA meeting. I also knew someone who was a drinker, and when you go to the AA meeting, they allow you to actually speak at the AA meeting as well, and they have you explaining how you have suffered because of the behavior of whoever that is in your family that's doing whatever it is that they're doing. And so you have to get help yourself. Now, that's another way of doing it. Like understanding that this person, because one time I was at an AA meeting and I remember him saying, the drugs be calling you. And I was like, what do you mean they be calling you? He said, they actually call you. Come on out. We waiting on you. We know you want this. The drugs talk to them. You know what I'm saying? They have to go through stages, and they have to take it one day at a time. And they have to want to not be in that state of mind in order to get some help. So a family member could actually go to the meeting or go and get counseling and explain that to their loved one that's causing the problem. Tell them I go to counseling for this.
And that's
So I'm
good
sorry
though,
about.
because that's good because they give you an idea of how to probably come back and deal with the dysfunctional family member in that case scenario. Our last and final question is, how do you know when to let go versus fight repair? And Robin, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I'm gonna reiterate it once again. How do you know when to let go versus fight for repair when you've done all you can do.
If it's disrupting your peace, it's time to let it go. If you've tried everything you know to do and it's still disrupting your peace, let it go.
Hmm. I always say my threshold for pain. When I reach my threshold for pain, that's time. It's time for me to walk away. It's the same thing. My threshold for pain or my peace. It's time to walk away because I can't handle it anymore. I know I hit a wall.
So, as we come to a closing, y'all, what advice would you personally give to someone who may be dealing with family hurt? If you had to sum it up, what would you tell your friend?
Family hurt is like when we started this topic, it's a very deep hurt. It can cut you like no other. Um, but what I will say is that when it comes to you as a person, you have to stand. You have to stand. You have to be firm. You have to protect your mental. I have a friend of mine that calls me often. And the question is, how's your mental today? Um, that's important. Your mental health is important. So if anything or anybody is disturbing that, you have to let it go. No matter if you just let it go for a moment and maybe come back later, but you have to let it go, get yourself healed, and then if it's appropriate to allow it to come back, then you do so. If it's not, it's okay as well. It's okay to not allow people to hurt you. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. You can move forward. You don't have to let people continue to hurt you. You matter. No matter what. No matter what anyone may think, you matter. And that's how I end it.
And another thing to add to it is I say move forward and recover quickly. What do I mean by that? Give yourself time to grieve
Mhm.
because you've been hurt. It's like a part of you died when a family member is not up to par and you have to walk away. Give yourself time to grieve. I've gotten my grief down to 30-second pity parties. That's what I call them. Either 5 minutes, 30 minutes, a day, a week, whatever you decide that you want to do, you give yourself time to grieve and heal from it. Get it out your system because one um you only can have one mood. Like you only can be happy. You can't be happy and sad at the same time. So choose what you want to be. And if you feel like, you got to get it out your system and it hurt, cry it out, let it go and keep it moving.
Yeah. And I think it's important that they know that one of the hardest truths is that you can't force people to understand you, to apologize, to grow or treat you better. Healing often begins when you stop waiting for people to become who you need them to be. So
Oh,
just
that's a
knowing
good.
that and moving on if that's the case. It's okay to do that.
Absolutely. And Carol hit on one of the things that I did as a classroom teacher when I was in the classroom. And I still carry that over into my personal life. The deal is we got to be 100%. And what I mean by that, Carol may come say, well, Tika, I'm only 40 today. You got my 60. Tika got her 60 because we know we got to balance everybody out to be 100. So I always call it the 100% club. It's your responsibility to make sure we 100%. I might have 20, so I need Carol to have that 80 for me for the day. So those are the kind of thing that 100% mind mentality is what you got to put in place with your friends, with your family, with your kids, with whomever. Make sure it's 100%. And that's how I got the kids to understand what I was talking about, dysfunctional. Because, kids are dysfunctional. They may not know it, but they are. Some days they come in, I don't want to do no work, Miss Williams. I said, that's good. Well, what you got? What you got for me? You got 10? Well, I got 9. I'm gonna give you 10%. And I got your other 90. Just till they get there, like they may come back and say, well, I'm at 50 right now. Okay, good. We done moved, we done increased today. But you got to give them time to breathe too and understand what's going on. Because their urgency may not be our urgency and vice versa. We as adults, we do too much assuming instead of
Mm-hmm.
asking. You still got to have conversation. Dysfunctional mean you got to speak with somebody to know what's going on and build a relationship. The first thing is you got to have faith and you got to build a relationship because it got to be trustworthy. You can't get a cricket to hop across the street if he don't believe you believe in him or her. So, you got to build that relationship to get some of the dysfunctional connections to reconnect together.
And
In
that's
other words,
important.
that's very important.
Yeah, that's very important. Building a bridge, bridging that gap, uh, and being able to communicate effectively. That's really, really important. And something else you touched on, it's okay to not be 100.
Right.
If you don't have to be 100 every day. I mean, you can do you sometimes you got to be the best that you can be. That's all you can do is be the best you can be. I remember
Right.
my mom telling me that, and I say, "Mom, what do you do when you are not your best?" She said, "Just do the best that you
Best you
can.
can be.
That's all you can do." So, yeah, that's what you had to say, Dr. Tinker. That was very relevant in this conversation.
Yeah, I had to learn that though. When you're dealing with, you're going into, say, for instance, and I'm going to use this for me, going into a new year with kids I've never taught before. One, you got to prepare yourself. You need to know the history of their backgrounds because in order to do that, I need to know who my kids' parents are. I needed to know what grade level they're actually functioning on. I needed to know how to handle them. The way I would handle little Tommy may not be the way I handle little Jay. Little Jay, I might can go up and shake him up a little bit because it's tough love. Little Quan, I might have to go and kind of love on him because he don't know what love is. They
Hmm.
all coming from dysfunctional families, all of us, including the adults. So I need my babies to be 100%. If I want them to, at the end of the year, to pass that test, I need them to trust and believe in me that we going to get through it together. So that's why I said, as a family being, and I'm speaking from my educational background, I had to build that dysfunctional family in my classroom as a cohesive unit. They had to trust that I was going to lead them in the right way. And like I said, I
Hmm.
believe in team building because it does work. Because ain't no I in success now. Not when it comes to the things we trying to do, but you got to have faith. You got to believe in what you're doing. You got to make the connections. You got to build those connections. You got to have trust in it. You can't get nobody to do something for you if they don't trust you. I mean, it just doesn't work. They got to believe. They got to believe you believe in them. And you can get them to do anything in the world, pretty much so. Anybody else have anything else to say? Because I'm trying not to be long winded. I get into my emotional feelings when it comes to stuff like this.
We've all had
Well,
that.
once again, for those of you who are tuned in, it's not too late to like, follow, and share. I am worthy of my crown. We want you to like, follow, and share. And if there's any ladies out there that you know of, feel free to join the fight. It's all about us, y'all. Men, we ain't got nothing against you, but it's about the ladies wearing their crowns. We got to fix our crowns. To every listener tonight, family hurt may have shaken you, but it did not strip you. Your crown may tilt a little bit and it may even tremble, but it remains yours at the end. You got to learn to straighten it. You got to learn to guard your peace, honor your healing, and remember, You are worthy of your crown. Thank you for tuning in to I'm Worthy of My Crown. Follow us, share with us, and most of all, heal with us if you do nothing else. Until next week, or maybe the week after next, I need all my queens to rise and fix your crown. We'll see you.